Okay, I was going to show you some other stuff, but I kind of got off track, so let's not worry about it. Now, imagine to yourself that Maya is solving problems for you because you've included some inverse kinematics, some IK. And it's letting you move a wrist around, and, well, let's just create one real quick. So let's delete these, turn on my grid, actually go to my front view, and I'm going to create some joints. So I switch to the animation menu set, go to skeleton joint tool. So this center joint will represent our torso, and then we'll go to the clavicle, and then we'll go shoulder, elbow, wrist, and then hand. Okay, let me increase the size of these a little bit. That'll work. And I can adjust where this one is at. If I hold down, go to my translate tool and press D, and I just slid that back a little bit. Okay, because when you're creating inverse kinematics, you always need to have a little bit of a bend in the joint chain in the direction you want it to bend, which you'll see here shortly. Okay, so I've got my body, clavicle, shoulder, elbow, wrist, and hand. Now, if I create inverse kinematics, I can go to skeleton, IK handle, go to the option box, and I'm going to create what's called a rotate plane solver. And I click on the parent joint first, and then the child that I want to be controlled. And now, if I move that around, I can translate this IK control, and those joints are going to follow. Okay? So if Maya is doing this sort of computation for us, and I haven't chosen my rotation orders correctly, then it's going to end up in gimbal lock. And when it does that, and it's rotating these joints, you're going to see this arm spaz out. And the spazzing out arm you can't control that for your animation, so it's just going to be very difficult. So what you end up having to do if you haven't set your rotation orders correctly, let me just continue talking. If you haven't set your rotation orders correctly, then you're going to have to key every single frame in order to solve it. And nobody wants to have to do that. The whole point of using 3D is allowing it to do some of the work for you. Okay. Now that's all I really needed to say about that. My display driver crashed, but it's an audible tutorial there at the end.